Hello, this is Daniel from Samdan's Couch. The Nintendo Switch 2 has been a lot of fun, and we have gotten our hands on the Switch 2 GameCube controller, which you can buy separately when you have a Nintendo Online membership. Let's have a look, and let me also show you a secret function this controller has that Nintendo doesn't tell you about. So let's go! To be able to order the controller, you have to have an active Nintendo Online membership, and then you need to order directly from the Nintendo Online store, which I did, and here I am unboxing it. Having lived and played through the GameCube era of gaming, I know how the original controller felt, so I'm excited to see Nintendo bring back the original design plus added features. This time, the controller is of course wireless and has extra buttons, which you will need to move around the Switch 2 system. We have now an extra ZL button on the top left, which is really tiny by the way, and a home button to return to the Switch 2 main menu. We also got a screenshot button, 4 LED lights to indicate the player's number, and of course also the famous C button for the communication function of the Switch 2. Along with the controller, there is a short manual and a USB-A to USB-C charging cord. The GameCube controller arrived totally discharged. You are supposed to charge the controller directly on the Switch 2 dock, but I want to see how much wattage the controller needs. So I'm using my Anker fast charger, which shows how much power each device pulls from the charger. I reviewed this charger on this channel as well, if you would like to check it out. After connecting the charger and the controller, I can see that it takes only 1 watt and therefore charges relatively slow. Especially if you are impatient and just want to try out your new toy. If you connect it with the USB cord to your Switch 2, you are able to use it right away though, so there is that option as well. Charging it from 0 to 100% took in the end around 2 hours, which isn't too bad after all. Officially, you're supposed to use this controller with the Nintendo Online Expansion Pack membership, so that you can use their GameCube emulator on Nintendo's subscription service. But if you don't have the expansion pack, you are still able to use the controller and have a lot of fun with it. You can also buy a third-party Bluetooth adapter for your original GameCube, like this one from 8-Bit Mods, and play your old games with the new Switch 2 controller, which is something I would like to do in the future as well. On the Switch 2 though, let's try something you wouldn't think would work, and that is, you can actually control and play Cyberpunk 2077 with it. The controls are something to get used to, but it does work. And you can also use the controller for some fun times in Mario Kart World. The GameCube controller also works fine for older games from the classic lineup of Nintendo Online. Here I am playing Super Nintendo's Donkey Kong Country. A word about rumble support. For Switch 1 and Switch 2 games, there is no rumble support. Nowadays vibrations work a little different compared to the old school motor vibrations old controllers had. So there won't be any support of new vibrations on non-Switch generation controllers. Of course, the vibration function is supported when playing the Nintendo Online GameCube games. There's one exception I found, and that is the game collection of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. This was a time-limited release of Super Mario 3D games from the Nintendo 64, GameCube and Wii time. And guess what? Super Mario Sunshine, which is a GameCube game, does support the Switch 2 GameCube controller.
Super Mario Sunshine!
Nintendo actually updated the game and added the support to the game. And it works really well. We get the vibrations and the original control scheme is back as well. There is another hardware feature that Nintendo actually doesn't tell you about, and that is that the GameCube controller also supports motion controls. Staying with the Super Mario 3D collection, you can use the motion controls the Wii was famous for on Super Mario Galaxy, and it works really well. So that is a lot of fun and a great additional use of the controller. And this function is not limited to retro games either. You can actually play Cyberpunk 2077 with motion controls activated as well, so you can aim more precisely. Of course, I still prefer the Switch 2 Pro controller in general for modern games, but it is cool that we can do this and have this additional feature which the original GameCube never had. If you love the look and feel of the original GameCube controller, I can fully recommend the Switch 2 Nintendo GameCube controller. Just like the NES, the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64 Switch controllers, they are all a very good reproduction of the old controllers, married with modern days technology. How about you? Are you going to get the GameCube controller for the Switch 2? Or are you just playing everything with the Joy-Cons? Let me know in the comments of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel if you would like to see more of my videos, cool tech reviews and games. It really helps me to make more content for you in the future. Until then, I will see you next time on Sam Dan's Couch.
Sam Dan's Couch. Welcome to Sam